What up, homies? It's your boy, Info. You know what? It's my birthday weekend. All week and weekend, starting at midnight. Yeah, I know what you thought. You thought my birthday was this week. Well, it could be, but technically, it isn't. And I just want y'all to know that. How you doing? You know? How you doing? Gas is $1.49 in Winnipeg. Yeah, so what are we looking at? $6 even a gallon. $6 a gallon.
Well, I mean, I put $20 in it. I pretty much almost gave us half a tank.
Yeah, we're not in a truck, so if we're in the truck, it'd be way less. But $20, half a tank. I mean, $6 a gallon is stupid expensive. And whoever's in charge of making the gas prices, you need to go to jail. Whoever is in charge of setting prices for oil, you need to go straight to jail. Do not pass go. Get to prison right now, bud. Everyone struggles, so a few can stay rich. It's time to end this game. I don't like it. I'm glad Taylor Swift's boyfriend lost. He lost miserably, right, honey? 40-6. The guy's a loser. Don't forget I said it. And she didn't win no Grammys either, so we'll be eating Beyonce's house this Christmas. Taylor's little gingerbread house won't even feed 50 people. You know what I mean? Beyonce's, she's feeding 5,000. We eating Beyonce, you know what I mean? How you doing? I'm hungry. Aren't you hungry? I'm hungry. Stay tuned, folks. Lots of people working hard out there. I'm glad you work hard, you know? Good for you, you know? Good for you. Crush it, get some. Take it home. Don't share it. Don't talk about it. Share it with the people who need it. Don't share it with those that are rich. Electrical Museum. Man, one day I'm gonna go there. Oh, I'm gonna let all the cats out of the bag in like 30 seconds live on YouTube. I want to see the look on the guy's face when I tell him I know everything. Switch on Bell Pure Fiber, Canada's fastest internet. Bell Fiber has some really good offers right now for internet here in Manitoba. The lowest internet for 1.5 gigs in Canada right now. So check them out. Quentin Charles, how you doing, Quentin? Good to see you, homie. One of my best friends ever. His name's Quentin. He's energy all around us. He's a giant he's super gentle giant. I never had a problem with him. We had like verbal disagreements. He was my best friend's brother. Younger brother, and these two guys are both giants. Quentin is bigger than my best friend, but my best friend is huge and way stronger than Quentin. Okay, and Quentin's no slouch or nothing. He looks like a giant. He doesn't have an ounce of fat on him, and he had a rough life too. So He also grew up in Winnipeg and Saskatchewan, and the roughest places in North America by far. Gentle heart, gentle spirit. Really, really good guy. Family man. Loved kids. Took good care of his nieces and nephews. And they loved him super big time. Favorite uncle award for sure. Quentin's a boss. And one time, this guy, this really tough guy I went to school with, he beat up Quentin pretty bad. He's one of the toughest guys I ever met. And I had to stop it. And I was kind of scared because I didn't want to fight that day or anything. And I definitely didn't want to fight this guy. Well, I told him, I said, not another. You can't do nothing else to him. I said, you got to stop right now. And I said, I ain't playing. And this dude's crazy. This dude, if anyone else would have said this to him, they would have been flattened. They would have been pushed into the grass as hard as he could. The guy didn't want nothing to do with me, so he stopped. But he hurt my buddy Quentin real bad. And so now that guy's no longer my friend. I saved that guy that beat up my buddy Quentin. None of this is a lie. I saved that guy from a circle of 20 people surrounded this guy with Skidoo headlights and ATV headlights and truck headlights in a circle. A minimum of 20 grown men surrounded this guy. And then another guy, a few guys, I don't remember how many, but a couple of guys fought with this one guy in the center of this circle. And the dude isn't a pussy. He was also the youngest guy at this party. And they beat him up pretty bad. And then as they were still going to continue to beat him up, I went into the center of the circle and I put my hands out straight across and I said, enough. And I said, if the next person touches him, I'm going to tune you. And everybody else took 2 or 3 steps back and they didn't want nothing to do with him after that. Quentin, how you doing, homie? No, I'm not talking about you, Quentin. I don't know who you are. My buddy is passed away. This happened like 20 years ago. 20 and 30 years ago. I'm an old dude now. But 30 years ago, the first one happened, where the 20 dudes in the circle. It was a very big party, probably 60, 80, 90 people. And then men. And then there was the second one. Well, that one was intense. That fight was probably, what is going on right now? Are we good, guys? The other one was probably about 100 people in my buddy G's front yard. And that was one of the biggest scraps of all time that took place with only two dudes and 100 people watching in my best friend's front yard. You can't make this up. Oh, man. Oh, there's stuff on the lake there. Oh, there's a deer frolicking on the lake. What a beautiful sight. It's so cute. He's just jumping around, bouncing around out there on the lake. So yeah, my buddy Quentin passed on into energy, and his name came up a couple times tonight, and then so I thought about him. Rip, yeah. And then your name's Quentin Charles, so your name made me think of my buddy, so I shout out one of my best friends I ever had. We had a lot of good talks on growing. Some of the only times we ever argued were girl conversations. So it's a very interesting world when You know, and he's a very smart guy. Just, I'm the hash man. I'm always right. You know me. I'm stubborn. No, of course, I'm not always right, but I know a lot of stuff and things. I'm pretty stern on making sure information is passed on properly. And I was a pretty young guy. I was stupid. I made a couple dumb statements. He would correct me. He's part of the reason I'm a better hashman now than ever before. Not really in the side of the hash, but on the growing side, all right? Which is how you come to the final product, all right? Trust me when I say I learn from everybody. If you're a good man. If you're evil, the only thing I'm gonna learn is how not to replicate how you act. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Me and the wife are gonna have a nice evening. Chill with your wife. Love somebody. You know, get out there, love somebody. It takes a long time to find somebody. Don't let somebody tell you what to do. And if they are, make sure they got your best interests in mind. What's that?
Is that or who to love?
Or what?
Or who to love?
Or what?
Who to love?
Oh, don't let anybody tell you who to love. Absolutely, wife's always right. Yeah. Yeah. All right, folks. I love you very much. Have a good night.